dependent clause. And a clause, if you want to write this down on the back in the little clause box, a clause has a subject and a verb, but cannot stand alone as a sentence. So, although we want lunch is a clause. So, I'll show you what I'm doing. So I finished the sentence, or finished and made the second one because the dog was lost. I made that into a sentence. So when I am doing, when I'm trying to look at, is it a complex sentence? Okay, I'm gonna look at this and read because the dog was lost. So that can't stand alone as a sentence, but it's not just a phrase because the dog, the subject, was is the verb. So then you have this independent clause. Sorry, I was sad. So when I am trying to figure out, is this simple? Is this complex? Once I see a dependent clause and the clause has a subject and a verb, I put little brackets around it, and that just always helps me see. Okay, this is different than a phrase because it has a subject and a verb. The link between a dependent clause and an independent clause is a subordinating conjunction or a relative pronoun. So because there's a whole, I have a whole other side of some subordinating conjunctions that'll help you kind of see, okay, these are some main words that link these two clauses together. So because would be a subordinating conjunction. So this is a weird mnemonic device that kind of helps you remember if there is a subordinating conjunction. So it helps me remember is the whoopus, which is, you know, not even a real word, but you know, okay, after, although, as, when, while, until, because, before, if, and since are all subordinating conjunctions. Yeah.
I get it now because when you put it all together, it says
Yeah. Yeah, so if you wrote all these out, which if you were just wanting to write down all lupus, or if you wanted to jot down a couple of these words, these are some of the main subordinating conjunctions that you'll see a lot that will introduce that dependent clause. So if you said, after I went to bed, that would be a subordinating conjunction leading into the dependent clause. So again, because is a subordinating conjunction that led into this dependent clause. And then another set, I'll bring these back up in a minute. Relative pronouns can also lead into that dependent clause. So if you saw some of these words, you might think, okay, could this be a dependent clause? That would be a complex sentence. Who, whom, where, which, and that. So I might say, the girl who was tall goes to school. You know, any little phrase at the end of the sentence can help you. This will just help you remember, okay, these are some relative pronouns. Could it be a dependent clause? Maybe. You have to do a little bit of investigating, but this usually helps me out. All right, so all of these are complex sentences, and we'll go through some of them, but you can see that the dependent clause doesn't have to be at the beginning, it doesn't have to be at the end, it could also be in the middle. So because the boys went to the park, they did not go to the zoo. at the beginning, but then you have, let's see, the book, when it was finally returned, so when would be the subordinated conjunction, was ripped. So that's in the middle of the sentence. You can, as long as you write the sentence correctly, you can really put the dependent clause wherever. Let's see. And I watched a movie with my friends after we ate dinner. So that's at the end. So a couple of these are in the example. So let me turn around here. And we'll try to diagram this a little bit. Okay. So, because the boys went to the park, they did not go to the zoo. So, you see this, okay, because, I remember that was one of the weird all lupus words. So, because would be a subordinated conjunction. So, you think, okay, because the boys went to the park, that's not, if I just said, because the boys went to the park, you'd be thinking, okay, what else did they do? Because that's not a complete thought, it can't be an independent clause. Even though it does have a